Well, so far it's been a good Saturday for me. Got the backyard cut. Made some homemade cheese dip. Going to make some chicken quesadillas here in a little bit. So good Saturday so far with some good games on. I mean, this 12 o'clock slate of games has been pretty good. And also, I love how college football now is doing this 4 screens like that. I can't even get my finger right. That's pretty cool. You can watch 4 games at a time. You move the little cursor over to which game you want to listen to, so you can actually listen to that game, but still be able to see all the other ones. You can flip from them real quick, and if you just want to put it on a full screen, just click on it. That's a good idea. It's a great idea. I love that they do that. I just want to get on here and talk about some of the halftime scores of these noon o'clock games. You got Oklahoma against Cincinnati. They got about 3 minutes left in the second quarter. Cincinnati's got the ball. It's 10-3. 10-3. Oklahoma up 10-3. Ridiculous. You got Auburn versus Auburn at Texas A&M. I think the last time I checked, I can't remember, 6-3 or something like that. Boring, slow game. Nobody's doing anything. Michigan. What are y'all doing, Michigan? You're up by what? What was it? 14-7 at the half against Rutgers. 14-7. I thought this offense was supposed to be great. Yeah, 14-7 at the half against Rutgers. The game I really want to talk about, though, that it frustrates me, is the Clemson FSU game. And obviously, I'm a Georgia fan. I'm a diehard Georgia fan. I grew up in Georgia. A lot of my family, we're all from Georgia. A lot of my family's Georgia fan. A huge Georgia fan. Florida State is like my second go-to team. I have a lot of buddies. I live in Florida. I have a lot of buddies that root for FSU. They went to the school. They went to Florida State University. They're a respectable program. So I find myself more times than not cheering for FSU to do well. I want them to do well. The only time I don't want them to do well is if they play Georgia, which is very rare. But I've said all offseason this year, I've told my buddies, I've told anyone that wanted to talk college football, anyone that listened, they get on here and talk about it because I wasn't making videos then. But I said all offseason that the game for Florida State is the Clemson game. I don't care about that LSU game. I don't care about the Miami game. I don't care about Wake Forest, or I don't care about any of the other ACC games. Because to me, if I was a Florida State fan, none of those games matter. You can go out and beat LSU, and that's great. They did. That's a good win for Florida State. Obviously, you want to win every team you play. But the game that matters the most, in my opinion, for Florida State is the Clemson game. Clemson has had, 7 straight wins against Florida State? I mean, they've won every game since 2015. What are you doing? I mean, this is their mental, it's a mental hump for them. This game, the Clemson game for Florida State, look, 6-0, Texas A&M. The Clemson game, Florida State just can't seem to get over this mental hump that is Clemson. I don't know what it is. Clemson hasn't looked good the last few years. And if Florida State cannot beat Clemson this year, I don't think they'll ever beat Clemson. Full stop. Now, I know eventually they will. But if they can't beat Clemson this year, then when? When are they going to beat Clemson? I mean, Clemson has looked miserable. They come out and they got their ass whooped by Duke in the first game. They looked okay in the next 2 games. They've got a head coach in Dabo Swinney who he's fallen behind. His old school-minded self with his old philosophy, his thinking that he's better, that him and Clemson are God's gift to college football, that they're just better than everybody else. And if you don't commit to Clemson since day one that you're born, you don't deserve to be there. I mean, refusing to use the transfer portal. I mean, I can't stand Dabo Swinney and his take on college football. It's outdated. It's old. It's tiring. We don't give a fuck about what your religion is. I fully support your religious beliefs, but no one gives a fucking fuck. No one gives a fuck. This is football. and you trot that shit out on the field each and every year. You embarrass your school. Your obligation as the head coach of Clemson is not to be a preacher. It's to give the most to that university and to that school and those players that you can. And the way that he's taken his mindset, that he's taken on college football, he's not doing that. He's not doing that. And Clemson will get left behind big time. This is a big gain. Oh, huge first down for Florida State. So this is a huge game for Florida State. If they cannot beat Clemson this year and finally get over that hump, they're going to go 9-3 again, 10-2. They're not making the college football playoff. They're not. I don't even know if they'll go to the ACC championship. They gotta beat Clemson here today. It's 17-7. Just under a minute and a half left. They've looked good on offense these last two drives. Go to the end zone, incomplete, 2nd and 10. There is a flag. We'll see what it is. But you got to beat them. Pass interference on Clemson, automatic first down. You got to beat them. It's zero excuse as why you should lose to Clemson. I don't care that it's in Death Valley. I don't give a fuck about Death Valley. You got to beat them. It's piss poor. And I've said all offseason, this is the game that matters the most for Clemson, without a doubt. If you cannot get through Clemson, or it's the game that matters the most for FSU. If you cannot get through Clemson, I don't think the rest of the season, like, what are you proving? You're still second. You're still the fucking little brother of Clemson in the ACC. I mean, here we go. I'll stay on and watch this play. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line. They hand it off to running back. They get a total of 1-yard gain. I mean, we'll see. I hope FSU wins. I think it's been a long time coming. But if they don't win, FSU fans, they're going to start asking some serious questions. I mean, because it's unacceptable. Clemson is a joke of a football program right now. Dabo Swinney is stuck in 2012, 2015 with Trevor Lawrence. He's still calling up Trevor Lawrence to see if he's got some fucking college eligibility left. He's trying to pull a Stetson Bennett with Trevor Lawrence. Hey, come on back. You got one more year. Oh, 1st and goal for FSU. Are they calling it 1st and goal? Either way, I don't know. What am I? Let's watch. We'll watch it. I'll watch it with you. 1st and goal, 28 seconds left. They run, and they're giving it to them. Touchdown. So here you are. You're going into halftime, 17-14. If you make the extra field goal or the extra point, down 3. We'll see what you can do in the second half. But if you don't, FSU, fucking suck. Y'all better fucking win. Other than that, it's been a great day so far. Over and out.